Time to check in with Angela Knight in the lobby.
We're in the lobby this morning, David, for the 2012 CBC Suncor Energy Food Bank Drive. We've got Jean Gonison from the CBC Do Crew, who is here manning the donation desk. So if you'd like to drop by, we would love to see you and take your donation this morning. This weekend, CBC Television is going to air a documentary about the Calgary Food Bank. It's called Stack It, Pack It, and Share It, 30 Years at the Food Bank. And we're showing it right across Alberta, 3 o'clock on CBC Television on Sunday. Pyramid Productions shot the doc, which is an inside look at the Calgary Food Bank over the last 30 years. Larry Day is the president of Pyramid Productions, and he's here with me in the lobby this morning. Good morning.
Angela, so nice to be here with you.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Tell me why you decided to do this doc on the food bank.
Well, we met with the food bank a little over a year ago, and we were talking about their 30th anniversary. It's not exactly a birthday you'd celebrate, but we did want to celebrate 30 years of accomplishment, and we started to talk about a documentary at that time and started shooting and editing. So it's been about a year in the making, and I was like a lot of Calgarians. I thought I knew all about the food bank, what they did and everything, and so I was really, really surprised at the things I didn't know as we started to put this film together.
Okay, what are some of the things that surprised you about the food bank?
First of all, I didn't know that food banks in Canada started in Alberta, right after the National Energy Program. A lot of people lost their jobs. People were in temporary crisis, and food banks sprang up in Calgary and Edmonton. In Calgary, a food bank in the basement of a church. Today, there's a gigantic warehouse. It's a $32 million a year business, and they run it like a clock. It's basically, logistically, like an airport. I was so impressed with the people there and how inventive they are. And for every dollar you donate to the food bank, they get $5 worth of food out to people that really need it.
It's a huge operation. I just happened to be there on Tuesday with some people from the tech community, YYC Tech Gives, and they were volunteering and watching people come through the door and go, wow, how big is this organization? Do you think this is what you were going for when you did this doc?
Not exactly. You know, people will say, okay, it's a documentary about the food bank. That's spinach television. You know, good for me. I should watch. But is it going to be fun to watch? That's really not the way we want to make a film. We want great characters. And so we portray people who are being helped by the food bank today, inspirational stories about people who have been helped and have rebounded and are now back on their feet and volunteering for the food bank. Wonderful stories, heartwarming. And then we also portray some of the dedicated people working at the food bank who are not only cool people, they're very, very funny. So you'll laugh, and I think you'll have some tears of inspiration at the happy endings.
One of the interesting things I always find fascinating about the food bank is that they have had some staff who've been there since the beginning, along with volunteers. So 30 years they've been there pretty much every day. Well,
you can't make a film about this organization without being just wowed by the quality of the people. I mean, I kind of fell in love with some of those folks. They're, like I say, some of them are funny. They're all so dedicated. They all care so much. And I was really amazed at the things that they do for people. We should remember that these are people who are temporarily kind of in trouble. It's not like they're going to be on the food bank all their lives. This just helps them get back on their feet, gives them a new lease on life, and after sometimes just a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of months, they're back in the game, and what a great difference they're making. 1 million people have been served by the food bank in 30 years. That's basically the same thing as our whole population in Calgary.
Now, they run so many different programs. What were some of the challenges about trying to capture everything that the organization does?
I don't think we could. We just looked for good stories. We followed some good stories. I was very impressed that not only are they involved in food now, but they also help connect people to other resources they need in housing, sometimes in access to health. They make a huge difference.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the doc, Larry. So it's not spinach television, maybe a little dessert as well?
Set your PVRs. You're all going to be busy shopping Sunday afternoon at 3, but set your PVRs. Watch it at some point. I think you'll really like the film.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Thank you. That's Larry Day. He is the president of Pyramid Productions. You can see Stack It, Pack It, and Share It, 30 years at the food bank. It airs this Sunday, 3 o'clock, across CBC Television in Alberta.